Title: I accidentally connected to my wife's car Bluetooth and heard her planning with her ex-lover. Once he signs the house over for the tax benefits, we'll have everything we need to start our new life without that dog. Started with a laugh. Not mine, hers. A laugh so light, so familiar, that for a split second I smiled, until I realized where it was coming from. My phone had connected to her car's Bluetooth. Her voice filled my kitchen like a ghost. Once he signs the house over for the tax benefits, she said, we'll have everything we need to start our new life without that dog. And then, his voice, her ex, the one she swore was ancient history. They laughed together, careless, while I stood there holding my coffee, my heart cooling with it. That was 87 days ago. This morning, I woke up to 142 missed calls. We were married 11 years, met at a bookstore. She asked me about a novel I hadn't read just to start a conversation. I fell for her quick wit, her eyes, her chaos. She said I made her feel safe. I believed her. We built a life that looked perfect on paper. The house with the porch, the golden retriever named Milo, the joint savings account, her name neatly beside mine. I thought love was security. She thought love was leverage. Looking back, the signs weren't subtle. Her new late work nights, the way she started locking her phone, the scent of cologne that wasn't mine clinging to her scarf. But I didn't want to be the paranoid husband. I wanted to believe in us, and she used that against me. The day I heard that call, I didn't confront her. I smiled when she came home, kissed her cheek, asked about her day. She told me it was long. I told her I was proud of her. Inside, something cold began to form. Not anger, not even heartbreak. Something quieter, something patient. I replayed that conversation until I memorized every breath, every pause. I learned two things. They planned to take the house. They didn't know who they were dealing with. I started small, duplicated financial records, quietly shifted accounts, moved assets. She handled the bills, but I had access to everything. That was her first mistake. Then I began observing. Installed a hidden camera in the garage, another in the living room. Bought a tracking tag, slipped it under her car seat. Every Friday, she drove to the same hotel, room 217. I didn't confront. I collected. Every smile she faked, every lie she told became a brick in the structure I was building, a cage she wouldn't see until it closed around her. I started recording calls, forwarding emails to a hidden account. Evidence, time-stamped and clean. Not for revenge, for justice. At least, that's what I told myself. She started pressuring me to transfer the house deed for tax reasons. I pretended to hesitate, like the trusting idiot she thought I was. She played the concerned wife, touching my arm, her eyes soft with counterfeit affection. I signed. Except, I didn't. The papers she watched me sign were copies, replicas I'd had drafted by a friend from law school. The real documents were locked in my safe, under my name alone. What she did sign, unknowingly, were divorce papers, dated, witnessed, and ready to file. 87 days. That's how long I stayed in character. I cooked her favorite meals, took her on a weekend trip, even laughed at her jokes. She thought she'd already won. Meanwhile, I was meeting with lawyers, transferring funds, rewriting my will, and moving my life into a separate property she didn't know existed, a cabin my father left me. The day before everything unraveled, she sent me a text. "Can't wait for our future. I love you." I replied, "I know." It all came crashing down yesterday. She walked into the lawyer's office expecting to finalize the tax paperwork. Instead, she found a stack of evidence waiting for her. Photos, recordings, GPS logs. Her lover's voice laughing in surround sound. My lawyer slid her the real documents. Divorce finalized. Assets frozen. Accounts closed. The house? Mine. Her car? Paid for by me, now repossessed. Her new life? Nothing left but debt and an ex who vanished the moment things got real. I didn't attend the meeting. I watched from my car across the street. Through the glass, I saw her face change, shock, confusion, then something like fear. She looked around, maybe for me. I wasn't there. That's when I started driving. Slow, steady, no music, just the road and the weight lifting off my chest. This morning, I woke up at the cabin to my phone vibrating off the table. 142 missed calls. Her number, then her mother's, then unknown. I didn't answer. I took Milo for a walk by the lake. The air was cold, clean. For the first time in months, my reflection didn't look like a stranger. You might think I wanted to destroy her, but I didn't. I wanted her to see herself, to watch her own lies swallow her whole, to realize I knew. Every word, every plan, every kiss that wasn't mine. I wanted her to feel what I felt that morning her laughter filled my kitchen, when everything she said turned to poison. Now she has nothing to say, nothing left to take, and I have peace. People talk about revenge like it's fire, but it isn't. It's ice. You don't burn your enemies. You freeze them, quietly, completely, until they shatter under their own weight. 87 days. That's how long it took me to stop loving her. This morning, she finally realized it, and I didn't even have to say goodbye.